Hey everybody, welcome to the IAM 360. We are live here in Atlanta from the IAM conference, and I'm here with my good friend Diana Corona at Enterprise Database Corporation, EDC. Hey Diana, how are you?
Good morning, Ben. It's awesome to be back.
Buenos dias, everybody.
Buenos dias.
This is great. I'm loving this. This is shout out to the Tulsa people over there. That's the thing. When you come to the IAM conference, you get they bring the culture.
Yes.
We have 110 countries here, all representing, all proud, bringing the culture. I got a bag of candies for my kids over there. We got stuffed animals. I think they got tequila shots. I don't even know. Diana, what are you seeing out there? I've been cooped up in this booth. What are you seeing out there at the conference?
Well, I personally haven't been at the conference in about 3 years because of all the COVID.
But what's COVID? Just kidding.
Right, yeah. But what I do see after 3 years is a lot of old friends.
Yes, they have gotten old, haven't they?
Well,
I'm just kidding. We're all getting older.
A lot of friends,
but I know
and
what you mean.
Faces,
yes,
also.
A lot of new faces.
Yes,
I noticed that too. Couple years off, and there's been a lot of new growth, and I look at it as growth.
It is,
right? And opportunity.
It is,
and friends we haven't met yet.
Yes, and what's also awesome? We've finally been able to connect in person with people that we met online. Okay?
Yes.
So.
Yes. You see an avatar that's this big, and now, hey, there's the rest of you.
Exactly. Yes. You're fairly tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that experience a couple of times. So.
Hey, and look, we got Richard over here. Oh my goodness, Richard, come here. You can't. Come on, no, we got Richard Corona. How many people out there want to see Richard Corona right now? Hit that like button over here. Come say hi.
Yeah.
Rich, you can't stand me up like this. If not for me, for her.
Yeah, no.
He's like, no.
You're stuck with me.
We got so many. You can't see us. We're creating quite a spectacle. We got so many people here. And Gerardo, look at that. The brains of the operation. Yes. Get over here, Gerardo. Look at this. Gerardo, come here. Ven aquí. Come here.
Yeah.
Come here. Gerardo, come here. Yeah. Oh, he's been coached well.
Yes.
He's been coached very, very well.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, all right.
A very good training program.
A very good training program. This is fantastic. Tell us real quick, so people that don't know, and I don't know how you wouldn't know, but if you don't know about EDC and Enterprise Database Corporation, Diana, can you tell people a little bit about what your company does?
Absolutely. Well, we are a software solutions company. We've been in the industry for, my goodness, close to 2 decades, right?
Wow.
Seen all the challenges and all the growth of the industry, right? And what we provide is end-to-end mobile, web, and desktop solutions for movers that are just looking to simplify the way they do business, to connect with their partners globally. Yeah. And, the buzzword nowadays, especially today, is digital inventory. So
yes, digital inventory is huge. Why is that so important right now?
Well, there's a U.S. Transcom mandate for the DoD movers. They need to comply with it by May 15th of next year. They have to implement electronic inventories across the board, not just for themselves, but also for their domestic and international agents. So everybody is a little bit anxious, and ready and eager to comply with that mandate.
Yeah, sounds good. Look at Terry Head over here giving me the side eye. Terry, it's good to see you, sir. Yes, we are live, sir. Yes, we are live. There's Terry Head, everybody. Just some of the luminaries wandering the halls here. Yep. And the legends we have here. Yep. You mentioned another thing that I love about EDC and what you do and your approach. You mentioned connect.
Yes.
And I think that is probably the number one differentiator, if I will, about EDC's product suite, is that it's all about connecting. The suite itself is connected, but also you help the agents and the forwarders and the movers connect. How do you do that?
Well, it is true. We do that very simply. Actually, we saw the need about, 12 years ago, when we realized that a lot of customers and their partners worldwide were just working as silos of information. Yeah. But the reality of how they do business is that they need those partnerships, right? They work with partners all over the world, and their software didn't reflect that. So we set about to solve that issue. Yeah. And nowadays we connect movers across the world. Okay. The name of the network itself is Logistics, but we just like to see it as a business tool that connects companies all over the world.
And if we're going to achieve these lofty goals of eliminating paper inventories and eliminating the paper piles that we have, the manila mansions that we've built for ourselves in these moving companies, we're going to have to do it through connectivity.
Correct.
Because me writing a piece of paper here and then sending it to you to then print out over there, and then file away in a paper folder that then gets filed upstairs half of a moving company these days, the storage in the warehouse is 10 years of paper documents they got to archive.
Yes.
It's like we got to get away from that stuff.
Correct. Yes. And the only way to do that is to trust technology, because it has evolved a lot, right? The mandate from the US Transcom is just part of it.
Yes.
I think most movers that have implemented electronic inventories because of the mandate have finally realized some of the efficiencies that having a paperless environment can bring, right?
Yes.
But you definitely touched on it. One of the biggest components of it is the ability to just seamlessly communicate with your partners, right?
Yes.
You can't really do that easily with a paper inventory. At the end of the day, you have to somehow scan it in, email it, hope that somebody at the other end gets it in time, and then somebody has to re-enter all that information in their own system.
Oh my gosh.
Well, an integration solution like Logistics can definitely address that, and has addressed that for actually thousands of users.
I love it. And then another thing I've heard about, and I don't know if this feature's been released.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rumor. We like to break news over here. I don't know if it's been released. Here I am rocking the sombrero. There's 110 countries represented at this conference.
Yes.
This thing, by the way, when I realize I nod my head a lot when I talk. Didn't know that about myself. One of the most beautiful things that I've heard that y'all are developing is a way to communicate across languages within your software. Has that been released yet, or is that still in beta? No?
Nope, that's still in beta.
I'm leaking stuff over here. This is hot. Look, for the two people that are watching this right now, just got amazing product news.
Yes.
We got Drew Phillips checking in, says, I love the sombrero, amigo.
Yeah.
Gracias. Do I see a mustache as well? You do not, Drew. You do not. I'm turning 40 this month. I can't grow a mustache this month. Bob Kelly, looking forward to seeing everyone later today and tomorrow at the Mark Day. Yes. Metro Atlanta Relocation Council is going to be here in effect. Can't compete with the headgear. Bob, just try. Did you know tomorrow we have reached out to the relocation industry, and we are bringing the corporate folks in tomorrow for the first time at IAM in person. We are going to have corporate attendees from companies like UPS, Delta Airlines, Pfizer Financial Company. We reached out to Coca-Cola. Hopefully they can make it. Tons of RMCs. In your opinion, you've been coming to IAM for a while. In your opinion, is that newsworthy? Is that important to you?
Absolutely. Yes.
Why is that important to you?
Because of because we go where our customers go.
Yeah.
Right. And we have to understand how customers do business. Their own business has evolved over the many years. Yeah. And corporate relocations are one of their very important lines of business. So they themselves are looking to finally connect in person with the customers that they serve.
Yeah.
And like I said, we follow our customers wherever they go.
Yeah. And part of the connectivity thing, right, is, not only agents talking to each other.
Correct.
But how do we connect with our customers' systems and information?
Yes.
Right? Because what I'm hearing from customers, they want to know where their shipments are. Mm-hmm. And they want responsiveness when it comes to claims, paperwork, backup, whatever. Yes. We're going to have to get a new word for paperwork, by the way.
Yes.
Substantiation. I don't know. What are we going to call it when it was not on paper? Are we going to have to call it something else?
I don't know. I'll have to find something.
I smell a new trademark for EDC coming.
Yes, we're very good at doing that.
Substantiation.
But you're correct. You're definitely touching on all the pain points that customers have voiced, most definitely over the last several years, right?
Yeah.
And that is the fact that everybody operates in their own environment, but at the end of the day, they need to be able to connect. They need to be able to exchange data securely, and they don't care what system their agent or their partner is using at the other end.
Yeah.
Right? All they want to know is that the information gets there. It gets there safely. It gets there on time.
Yep.
And then that everybody's on the same page about what's going on with the move. And they want to find out timely when something happens that they need to be aware of.
You touched on something, safety, right? Yes. We talk about data security all the time, data privacy. I think one of the things that gets lost in this whole thing, nobody talks about the fact that there's an inventory of everything you own, everything that's high value in your home, your personal name, address, phone number, contact information. Sometimes with government shippers, they were putting Were they put social securities on them at one point? I mean, there's so much information contained on a bill of lading or a inventory for that to just be floating around. I mean, some offices have a clean desk policy where you're not even allowed to keep paper really on your desk.
Correct.
To think that there's stacks of people's personal inventories floating around, I mean, the implications are scary.
Well, data security is very important, no matter what type of move you do, or no matter what part of the moving process you touch, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is data pertaining to somebody that moves, okay? That is personal information that needs to be protected. It needs to be secured. And I think data security goes hand in hand with that system reliability and timely updates. So.
Yeah, and then, I mean, have you heard or you seen movers who have had data breaches in our industry?
I'm not going to ask you to name names. Of course.
I'm not going to ask you to name names.
Talk about it, but yes, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. I think it's happening more and more. I think we've always thought as movers, like, who wants my data?
Yes.
Who wants a bunch of old inventories?
Many times, Ben, it's not necessarily the moving software.
Right.
Okay. And that happens whether it doesn't matter what kind of moving software or what system they use. Many times it can happen in a system that's unrelating to their moving operation. Like, I don't know, they're using Office. Okay.
Yes. It comes in through the email.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, totally.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, very rarely is somebody trying to hack the inventory system. It's always coming in through the, hey, go buy some Apple gift cards at the gas station, scratch off the codes, let me know what.
Yes.
Yeah, no, totally. Phishing scams and everything like that. Yeah. I've heard of some of the largest moving companies in the United States getting impacted by data breaches.
Yes.
And it's scary.
It is.
And now you're being held hostage. Your data's being held hostage.
Yeah.
Shout out again to Telsa for this amazing hat.
You look amazing.
Our friends in Mexico. This is great. Chuck Bailey, look at it. We got people on deck here.
Yes.
Was there anyone that you'd love to see me interview over the next 2 days?
Chuck Bailey.
Okay, anyone else? Because we got Chuck on deck. Chuck's coming next. Stay tuned. Hit that like button. Chuck's going to be here in like 2 seconds. Anybody else you'd like to see me interview?
Well, I would love to see you interview a lot of people because we have a lot of customers here.
You do have a lot of customers. You guys should be doing the interviews here. You know more people than me around here. My goodness.
We have a lot of customers. We're very fortunate.
Yes.
And we really appreciate it. But, Chuck Bailey is the reason why we're in this industry.
Chuck Bailey's the reason. Well, if that ain't a better introduction, I'll
invite
leave it
him
there.
Over for a second?
Bring him over. Bring Chuck in. Come on, Chuck. Look at this.
Come on, Chuck.
Hey, look at this. And we got Tobe Thompson. He's coming in. He's coming in after Chuck Bailey here.
There we go.
Fantastic. My fellow Dallas Texan here.
Yep.
This is great. Oh, my goodness. Ron, give me a cocktail. All right. Diana, it was great seeing you. I'm going to excuse you and bring old Chuck in here.
Absolutely.
There's not enough room for all three of us in here. Yeah, I don't know how long I can do this. My neck's starting to hurt. I feel like I'm going to get canceled. All right, Chuck, get in here.
Nice to meet you.
All right, see you later. Hello,
young man.
So we got Chuck Bailey here. We're going to talk to Tobe Thompson here in about 15 minutes also. So Toby's hanging out in the green room over there. Chuck, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Oh, man. Bringing it in here, man.
Like your hat.
Hey, man, good people at Tulsa, by the way. Hey, thanks so much. We are live right now at the IAM conference, live from the IAM 360 here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm with Chuck Bailey from Cornerstone Moving. Chuck, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
Man, it's good to see you.
Good to see you. Been a long time.
It's been a minute. It has been a minute. What are your overall impressions of the IAM conference so far this year?
I'm just excited that it's back in person. I'm glad that, last year it was in person, but, still half and half COVID pandemic. Now it seems like it's back to the old IAM annual conference.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see all these people, all these different companies from all over the world. It's exciting.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
It is great. What, besides seeing your friends, hugs, handshakes, swapping some beers and some fish stories, what are you looking forward to most about this conference?
Actually, really what I'm looking forward to most is there's a new program within IAM, the DAB management or DAB DAB group, domestic asset based movers group. So there's an after party tonight for the DAB group.
Hey, what time is that starting? How do I get a ticket to
9
that,
o'clock.
man?
I'll take care of you.
Woo!
I'll take care of you.
Fiesta here. Let's go.
I'll get you a ticket.
I'm all about it. Love
it. Our goal is to bring people have always looked at the International Association of Movers an association just for people who did international moves.
Right.
So we started this domestic asset-based group, and now people are realizing it's the International Association of all movers.
Yes.
Not just people who do international.
It's the global
local
association.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a global association, and it is the biggest annual meeting every year.
1,700 to 1,800 people are going to be here. This is the largest conference for moving and relocation in the world.
Exactly. And those that have not been here, I've already run into a couple people that this is their first one. And they said, oh my gosh, I didn't realize what this was and how big this was.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Let me ask you this here. It was announced a couple weeks ago, last week, GHC was announced it was going to be upheld and they're going to move forward with it. How does that impact our business?
Honestly, the way I look at it is this way. We're a moving and storage company. We have trucks and equipment. Whether we move household goods or furniture or rugs or whatever, we have the ability to make those decisions. From a personal standpoint, the GHC, there's a lot of concern out there.
Yeah.
But like I've always said, if you do good work, companies want to use you.
Yeah.
So as long as you do quality work, companies are going to want to use you. And we, as a business, will have to make a decision on whether or not that's a profitable line to work with or not.
Right.
But the GHC, who's the biggest customer in the world? The DOD.
Yeah, the U.S. military.
This is what they want.
Yeah.
So if this is what they want, and I want to service the biggest customer in the world, then I'm going to figure out how I need to operate within the GHC community.
Yeah.
So that it benefits Cornerstone Moving and Storage.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Cornerstone Moving and Storage. Chuck, tell me a little bit about, for those people that don't know, Cornerstone Moving and Storage.
My wife and I started Cornerstone Moving and Storage in 2013. We're located in Virginia, about an hour south of Washington, D.C. And, like I said, we have trucks and warehouses, and we move household goods. We store household goods. We move furniture. We store furniture, fixtures, equipment, medical equipment. And we've got a brewery across the street that we work with. I mean, if it involves transportation and involves storing, then we're looking at it to see if it benefits us.
Chuck, one thing I love about your organization, I love a lot of things about your organization, but one thing I love, and you mentored a bunch of us young people in this industry, probably 5-6 years ago, you came in and talked at a dinner that we were at just for young people under 40 in this industry. And we talked about hiring the right people. And one thing you said at that dinner stuck with me, and it wasn't, I'll get the check. It was that the way you hire people is you bring them by the receptionist and you ask the first person, one of the most important people in the hiring process is that receptionist. And you say, would you let them in your home? Would you feel comfortable with them in your home, moving your household goods? And if that's a no, it's a non-starter right there.
Exactly.
And that stuck with me because I thought about all the things I look for when I look at a mover. But what's most important is how does my wife feel?
Exactly.
When I'm not there and they're moving all our household goods.
Exactly.
And you said that, and that stuck with me, and it changed the way I look at hiring movers.
Well, good. And maybe that'll help other people. And the only other suggestion I have for other people, and I'd be more than happy to talk to people about what I do. Not that what I do is the only way or the way, but I think as we grow within our organizations, we need to reach out and get as much information from different organizations, different people, so that we can strengthen our organization. But after that step that Ben talked about, after their name and address on their application, I have 2 questions, and the 2 questions are: who's the most important person in your life, and who is it? Ooh. And what's your biggest accomplishment in your life, and what was it? I don't care what they put on the application. I just want them to answer those questions. If they do not answer those questions, then they don't care. So if we're in a customer service based business, I can teach somebody how to pack and load a shipment. If they don't care, they don't care. So if I train them and they go to somebody's house and they're in a basement by themselves, they're not going to care, and they're going to do it. So I try to hire caring people, which makes your training easier and provides better customer service and an overall better experience for your customers.
I love it. Love the philosophy there. I think it's important. I mean, here we are looking at a severe labor shortage. It's been severe for a while. It's probably more severe than it's ever been. And I can't think of anything more important as a CEO of my own company than having a strong employment brand and an ability to recruit people to our organization A players, top-notch people that are better than our competition's people.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, we don't have a company if we don't have people.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, this is a people business.
And I think a lot of times people in business that haven't figured that out, they struggle because they think, just like a football team, they think they need 11 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
No, you need one quarterback.
Yeah.
You need some blockers. You need some wide receivers, some running backs. You need to put the team together. That's our job.
Yeah. Fantastic. Chuck, this is great here. Hey, Marco, look at how many.
I know.
Isn't it fun to see all these
everybody just walking by,
fun faces over
and
here?
Looking. Yeah.
It's probably, I don't know if it's sombrero, if it's me, if it's you. It's just beautiful.
I think it's me.
I know. I know. We know who the most important person in Chuck's life is. Just kidding, Chuck. No, it's great. Great of you to stop by here. And thank you so much for sponsoring the IAM conference. Honestly, I mean, I just want to give, just recognize that. Always being a supporter of both the young professionals, but also the general conference. Chuck, we couldn't do it without you.
No problem. We're proud to sponsor tonight's after party. It benefits Move for Hunger.
Yes.
So if you don't have a ticket and you're looking for something to
get
do tonight,
a ticket
after the reception tonight at 9:00, the after party.
Yes. And we might be doing a little bit of rock, paper, scissors.
Yep. A little bit of golf.
All right. Take care, Chuck. Sounds good. Hey, we got Tobe Thompson coming in here. Look at this. Oh, man, you've been so patient.
Man? How are
Tobe
you?
Thompson, Smart Moving Solutions. How you doing?
Doing well. You're looking sharp, my friend.
Hey, man. That's a great color on you, by the way.
I've got to get me a sombrero.
Hey, we are live here at the IAM conference right here at the Hub in Atlanta. I'm here with Tobe Thompson, Smart Moving Software, Dallas, Texas. I'm from Dallas.
Oh, there you go. Dallas in the house.
That's we could have chartered a jet together. We could have came together here for this thing. Tell everybody, Tobe, about Smart Moving Software.
Yeah, so I did not come from the industry, which a lot of the software companies.
It's usually a plus, I find.
I do find it is a plus. It's a plus. So we had no preconceived notions. I had a friend in Dallas who owned a moving company and saw them using software, and I just thought, I think I can do a better job.
Yeah.
And so that idea rolled around in my head for several years, and in 2018, my co-founder and I started Smart Moving, built version 1 over the course of a year, and we launched, and we've been going strong ever since.
All right, let's see here. Oh, I'm going to take this off here. Woo. Man, those are heavier than they look. I mean, you think just straw hat, right? What's the big deal? Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, I got the little indentations here. We are live here at the IAM conference in Atlanta at the Hub, IAM 360 right here. As you see, I got Tobe Thompson here from Smart Moving Software. I'm really excited. What are you most excited about this IAM conference?
Well, this is our first IAM show, so we really had no idea what to expect.
How is it so far? I mean, I know you said you don't know what to expect, but I'm sure you had some sort of expectation.
Yeah.
How is this comparing right now?
It's been awesome. And we've been on the show circuit as I've seen you on the show circuit.
We've been working the circuit.
That's right. So, this has been the largest show by far, huge turnout. And, day one, we're super impressed.
Let me ask you this. There are some moving software companies out there.
There are a few of them.
What makes Smart Moving different?
We get, bar none, the most kind of feedback we get on our software is just ease of use, right? I think you can have the software that does the most, but if people can't figure out how to use it, it's tough to get your team to get on board. So
yeah, you know what? And one thing about moving software, it's like we use it, and then we use it a lot of times, like a lot of little things that we do in there, right?
That's right.
Whether it's inventory and stuff, or putting men on jobs, or how many cartons. I mean, there's a lot of little stuff that we're doing in there.
Exactly.
So it's got to be intuitive.
So something that's fast is, if you're going to do something 100 times a day, you don't want it to take 3 or 4 seconds when you click on something. You want that to pop up quickly. You don't want to have extra clicks. You want it to be fast, easy to use, nice to look at. Nobody wants to stare at ugly software. So, that's.
So what's some of the feedback your customers have given you about your product? And how have you used that to kind of evolve it?
So, I got into the business, Ben, because I saw that there wasn't kind of a comprehensive, easy to use tool that could let people, have a good, proper sales process, right? The lead comes in, you call it once or twice. That's just not enough to get the most return on your investment. So providing people with the proper sales tools and giving them some guidance on that, the proper scheduling and dispatching tools, tracking the accounting and payroll. Nobody wants to spend a Friday and spend 8 or 9 hours trying to, tally up a bunch of, pieces of paper that your crew turn in. So having that kind of all-in-one tool having one person, one company to go to when you have a question. We have live support in the app, so when people invariably have a question, they don't have to email and wait an hour or wait 2 hours.
I love so much of what you're talking about. I want to stop here and just double click on a couple things here.
Sure.
I love the fact that you're coming at it from a sales standpoint, because I think so much software is designed operationally.
Exactly.
And I think it's also what people who are from the industry and design software do, is they try to streamline operations. And listen, streamlining operations is important. Yes, a penny saved is a penny earned. All day long, right? That's bottom line dollars.
Right.
But I think the much bigger opportunity is on the top line and on the revenue and top of the funnel activities, because right now we're in a more competitive environment than we've ever been.
We are. That's
when
correct.
Leads come in, you need to call those leads in 30 seconds, not 3 minutes, not 3 hours, not 3 days, like I see some moving companies doing. So you have to be prepared to call them in 30 seconds and convert them. I also heard a statistic. I was at a major van line sales conference a couple of years ago. They said the first quote someone receives for their move converts 70% of the time. 70% of the time.
Even if it's more expensive.
Even if it's more expensive.
That's right.
And how much time do we spend talking about the price pressure in this industry? But what we need to be focusing on is the time pressure.
Speed to lead is critical. We always tell our customers, treat a lead like a live phone call.
Wow. Because it is. Somebody's live sitting there thinking about it. How long do you think about something these days? 30 seconds before you're on to the next one, right?
I know how I shop. When I go online and request a quote or call someone, if I don't hear back, in the next minute or two, I'm moving on to the next
100%.
The next company.
100%. I love that you're focused that way. I think as an industry, quality movers need to understand that we also need to be fast. I think that there's this misconception, I'll be honest, having worked for moving companies before, that you can't be fast and good. And I think we need to learn how to be fast and good. I think we need to learn how to be both.
I agree.
Because we talk about customer service. Customer service to me these days, 2022, isn't showing up in a tuxedo to do a move. It isn't saying yes ma'am, yes sir. It's about treating your customer's time with respect. It's about being responsive and available to them. And I think that, the days of working an 8 to 5 schedule in an office at a moving company, when your customers are coming to you on weekends and not being available to answer that phone call, not being available after 5 o'clock to take those sales calls when they're off work. I just think those days are over, man.
Exactly. And what we see too is, the margin between a successful mover and one that just kind of struggles is pretty thin. And those movers who focus on the numbers, focus on sales, tracking their marketing, just tightening up those processes makes all the difference in the world. And we can see just a small tweak or two with really good software makes tens of thousands of dollars of difference at the end of the year.
What are some of the biggest, most impactful tweaks that people can make?
Well, number one is you hit on sales. If your leads aren't coming in and you're not calling them quickly,
hey Jim,
and you're not following up properly, you're leaving double-digit percentage conversion rates on the table. We see this.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Double-digit conversion rates. You need to call a lead at least 8 times.
8 times.
That's right. The customer has requested a quote. You're just trying to give them that quote. Don't feel shy about calling someone and reaching out. Text messaging is huge.
Text is huge.
That's right.
Text with your platform.
People can text through our platform.
Wow.
That's correct. Yes, we see.
That's something I hear all the time. Office folks are like, I don't want to text. I don't know these people. I don't want to use my cell phone to text somebody, and they feel weird about it. But that same person won't pick up the phone when.
How many people answer the phone when they see a number that they don't recognize? I know I don't.
I'm a sales guy. I do it probably 50% of the time.
Right, exactly. So when you text someone, they see the message. 98% of people read a text message within 2 minutes of receiving it.
Wow.
So
it's almost like phone calls are almost dead. We almost need to be going text. Are we in a text first scenario at this point?
I think we're getting close. It's almost, you text someone, you tell them who you're with, and then ask them when is a good time to call, and then you call the person. It works.
What do you think about email?
I think it's a necessary part
a
of
box
doing
you gotta
business.
check.
It is, I think people overuse email, actually.
I think email is dead. I said this at a conference like this 7 years ago. People thought I was crazy. I was like, I think email is dead. Listen, I spend a lot of money on email, but I think email is dead. Because why go to the inbox when you can go to their home screen?
Well, there's not a lot of junk folders on text messages. When people and I know when I get a text message, I read it instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I mean, you don't want to get buried in somebody's Gmail account.
That's right.
Oh gosh, can't think of a worse place to be. What do people need to know when they're choosing a moving software?
They need to choose a company who backs it up with, knowledge of the industry. In all fairness, when I got in the business, I knew nothing about the industry, but over the last 4 or 5 years, our team has become experts in the processes that movers, the things that move the needle in a moving company. So
Did you learn a lot?
I've talked to probably thousands of movers at this point. I've heard all kinds of stories, things that work and don't work, and those tactics we train our team on. So it's not about just providing software; it's about providing expertise and how to use the software and how to get the most value from it.
Yeah, I'm reminded as you're talking about this about you come into the industry from outside as I did. I came from containerized moving and storage. And I assumed a lot of things about the household goods industry. One of the biggest, and I always think it's fun to tell these stories about one of the things that we assumed that turned out to be patently false, right? I remember I was standing up these moving operations across the country, and I'm a big boy, okay? And I started ordering uniforms for everybody. So I'm sending 2X, 3X, XL shirts out on to the crews. I'm getting these angry messages back from my crews talking about, man, we need mediums out here, man. We're mediums. We're high speed, low drag out here. We got that island waste. We don't need I'm over here sitting in a cube just getting bigger by the day, and they're out there hustling, getting 20,000 steps. So I was one of the things I just assumed movers were big guys, and they're not. They're svelte. They're athletes.
They're much better shape than me.
You know what I mean? What was something that you learned coming into the moving industry that maybe you had thought, and then you started talking to your customers and found out, wait, we need to do this totally different?
One of the things we learned is the moving industry is way more complicated than we thought it was when we got into the business.
Not just, pick this couch up, put it on a truck.
The regulations across various states, federal, there's just a lot of complexity in the business. And so taking that complexity and creating something that's fairly easy to use for your customers, that's huge.
Yeah, I love it. And I love the fact you're listening to customers. I love the fact you're here. And I love the fact that Smart Moving is supporting the IAM conference. And Tobe, this is really great. It's great
thanks for having me. Been appreciated. I've been wanting to get on your podcast for a while.
Awesome, man. Well, let's do it.
All right.
How can people reach you, Tobe?
Smartmoving.com. They can request a demo, free demo online. And our team is here all week, so stop by and check us out.
What booth are you in?
We're in booth 120.
Booth 120. Y'all go check out Tobe and the team. All right, sounds good, man.
Appreciate
Take care.
it. Thank you
so much. All right, wonderful. We got time for just one more guest, so hang in there. Hit that like button. Let me know if you are out there. Come on over. Fantastic.
How
you doing?
Hola.
Teodoro, how you doing?
We see each other in Seville.
Get in there.
Right?
Yeah, in Sevilla, yes. It's good to see you.
Great Glomo party, after party. Actually, isn't it?
That Glomo
we had a
party
blast,
was yeah, it was good.
We had a blast.
That was good. It's going to be hard to trump that, but the IAM conference does a really good job. How many IAM conferences have you been to?
Well, my first one was in New York back in 2009. So there has been
New
quite
York
a few.
2009. Wow.
Yeah. That was an amazing experience for me, being a new guy in the industry.
Yeah,
and
really.
popping up in New York, that was
New York. I grew up in New York, and I would love to go to New York for an IAM conference.
As far as I know, should be coming up in the next 3 years or so.
Is it? I know we got Toronto next year.
Las Vegas, and after that,
Vegas, and then New York. This guy knows more than I do over here. I mean,
well, that's why we are all here, to learn from each other.
Yeah.
To learn from each other.
Yes.
Should I stay closer?
Yeah, get tight there. Get tight. Don't be afraid it won't bite. So tell people about your company.
Well, we are originally a Greek company, founded in 1923. I told you in Seville that next year we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary.
Wow, 100 years.
Yeah. I'm based in Romania. So we are under the Orbit group, let's say, Orbit umbrella. We are in the Balkans. We are covering the Balkans, like Cyprus, Serbia, North Macedonia, Bulgaria. We are in this industry doing fine art, doing fairs and exhibitions, covering a full range of services in the 3PL logistics services, and of course our DNA, which is moving, household goods moving.
Tell me about fine art, because I see that
white
I
gloves.
see that quite a bit over
Yeah.
in the European market.
Yeah.
It's not something that's usually integrated here in the U.S. market with traditional household
Yeah,
goods.
that's true.
So tell me a little bit about what it takes to be great in the fine art market.
Well, first of all, you need to be to deliver excellence. There are actually in fine art you cannot cut corners. That's a fact. You have only one chance. It's very hard to get the confidence and the trust of the people, especially museum people, which there are different breed.
The museum
Uh,
people are a different breed. I can imagine they'd be a little particular.
More than that, but anyway,
More than
I will
that.
not get to that. But still, it requires a lot of care and attention. And again, you cannot miss. You just need to pay attention to the details. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And
the
stay
details.
committed. Stay committed. That's the idea.
And what kind of meetings?
Stay committed. Committed.
Oh, okay. Oh, committed. Yeah,
Committed.
for sure.
My English is a Balkan English, so I hope that it sounds pretty clear or not.
Yeah.
But help
it's-
me out here.
It's good. It's good. It's good. And we got Ken Cohen here in backstage as well. We're over here making things work. We're always doing things. This is what I love about
Multitasking.
IAM is always. Just give me that cord. Just unplug it. IAM is always doing new things, trying new things. That's why we're here at the IAM 360 in Atlanta, here in the hub. What do you think of the hub right now?
It's beautiful. It's a lot of action after 3 years. I mean, come on, 2,000 attendees. This is it will be amazing, and it is amazing.
It is amazing.
Vibrant. I see fresh people. After 2 years of holidays and taking time for yourself. Now we all look younger from what I'm
younger,
seeing.
maybe a little plumper.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Smarter, definitely smarter.
Some of us they took quite a lot of care of themselves.
Oh,
I
man.
see some fit guys as well.
You see some fit guys.
But
huh?
again,
That's great. I love it.
well, Ben,
This is great. We got Ken here backstage. We're gonna try to bring
super.
Ken into the show here. Let's see here.
Thank you for
Teodoro,
the time. It
thank
was
you
always
so
a
much.
pleasure. I wish you all the
Sounds
best.
good.
And thank you for everything that you're bringing up to our
Thank you
industry.
very much. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by with us.
Thank
as
you.
well.
We'll be in touch.
Take care.
Bye.
Sounds good. And let's see here. Do we got Don? Wait, we're gonna bring Don on. We got Don Goldberg. Ken, hang out there backstage. We got Don Goldberg coming in. He's been super patient. He only runs off every 5 minutes when I need him in here.
I need to lower this.
It's good to see you, Don.
Ben, how are you?
I'm really
is the
good.
camera making me look fat?
No, it's making me look fat.
Oh, okay.
No, you're making me
me look skinny.
look normal.
Good.
Isn't it nice? That's what we do for each other. Hey, everybody, welcome to the IAM conference. We are broadcasting live from the IAM 360 here in Atlanta, in the hub right now, and I'm here with my good friend Don Goldberg from Gridiron Forwarding. Don, how you doing today?
Good, buddy. How are you?
It's good to see you. It's really good to see you. Don, you've been a hard man to get a hold of this conference.
Yes.
You're one of the most popular people here, Don.
Thank you.
What have you been getting into this morning?
Just meetings, hangover, and more meetings.
Yes. I like how you managed to find time to nurse that hangover. That's solid. Yeah, I saw the bar was popping last night.
Yeah, it was, you always make that mistake of drinking maybe a little too much. I mean, I didn't go crazy, but
Yeah.
you drink the first night, it kind of,
Yeah.
hampers your
I was in bed last
your next
night.
day.
I was sleeping, put the cucumbers on my eyes. I was ready here. Had a
Mud
little
pack.
honey, a
Yep.
little chai. What are you looking forward to most about the conference, Don?
just seeing my friends. I mean, there was a lot of people that didn't make it last year in Orlando, and I haven't seen them in maybe 2 or 3 years, and it's just great to reconnect and have that face to face with people again.
Yeah, Orlando was great, but half the people that are here now. I mean, we're supposed to have about 1,700
Yes.
plus attendees here.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah, and there's some great people that I just saw that I was like, oh my God, hey, how you been and how's everything? And it's great. And I had breakfast this morning with my good friend Aleem from Unique in Bahrain. Had his kids come, just got to see his kids, watch them grow up, and it's just great to reconnect like that.
Why is it important for you to always be at the IAM conference and always not only be here, but be here with a presence and sponsor the conference?
So the IAM conference, it's the biggest movers conference, in the world. So networking is the most important thing, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And you need to network as much as you can and get your name and your face out there and just solidify, because you never know when you're going to need that person in that faraway land. So,
hi. We got people stopping by over here saying hello. We're live. It's good to see y'all. And one thing I also heard at the IAM conference is it's not only is it who you know, but it's who knows you.
Yeah.
And I think showing up and having that presence so people can see you, see your company, see that you're making investments in the industry, that you're financially sound, that you're just, you're out here being a leader, thought leader, philanthropic leader, giving back. I know you're very active in the association. Yes. Many of you don't know this, but every week Don takes time out of his schedule to kick the crap out of me in fantasy football.
Yes, your team is pretty bad.
My team is super bad. We have one win this year, and it might have been a moral victory. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think that's because Dan Bradley hasn't been playing his team.
No, that team beat me.
Oh,
no, he didn't start a quarterback and he beat me.
Yes.
It's really bad. So if anybody has any tips, please put them in the comments. Hit that like button. Let me ask you a little bit for people that don't know. We're here with Don Goldberg here at Gridiron Forwarding. For people that don't know, Don, tell us a little bit about Gridiron Forwarding.
So Gridiron Forwarding, we are a TSP. We've been in business since 1995, a company that I started, and we're actively engaged in freight forwarding. And our sole purpose was to be a Department of Defense contractor and handle household goods and personal effects. We only do international. We don't do any domestic. We've expanded. We are now a leading provider for the Department of State in their household goods program, and we are really starting to grow our commercial civilian sector. And,
really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So we have we hired Luis Holst, who's based in Costa Rica, and he's tasked with building our commercial department, civilian, and he's doing a terrific job. And over the course of a year, he's basically increased sales about 400%.
Wow.
So going from, handling commercial just a little bit, now we're hiring people and we have people based in Costa Rica. We have people based in Arkansas,
wow.
West Virginia. It's much easier to find these people remotely. It gives us a wider base, and he's establishing a great team to handle our commercial business.
That's really outstanding. Don, I have to ask you, I wouldn't be doing my journalistic duty if I didn't ask you. The GHC contract was basically announced recently that it was going to go through. What does that do to our business?
Well, it's definitely a wait and see, but it is supposed to expand capacity, which many people question. It's going to put a lot of companies who are not diversified, like Gridiron Forwarding, these small forwarders, they're going to put them out of business, which is unfortunate. And there's a lot of great companies. There's a lot of great knowledge there. And it's very unfortunate that the U.S. Transcom is going to that approach. But that being said, they're tasked to improve quality, and then they feel this is the way they need to go about it. Understand. So we feel at Gridiron that we're very well set for GHC to happen. We are a very niche company, so we handle the lanes like Kuwait, Qatar, Singapore that are not normally handled, and we do a lot of OTO work, one-time onlys. So we can bring a lot of experience to whoever the GHC contractor is, who is home safe at this point.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how it plays out for sure. I love what you're talking about diversifying your business, going to other kind of commercial lines and other things like that. I think that's really, really, really interesting. I think it's what you got to do. We have had, a couple of years of kind of heads up that this was in the works, whether or not it was going to happen. We weren't sure, but it has happened. So it's good to see that you've laid the groundwork there to continue, having a really flourishing business. Super excited about that. See what happens. And we've got Ken Cohen here checking in. I can't wait to see you tonight. Tonight at the YP event?
Yeah. No, YP event is Friday night.
Friday night.
Tonight is the after party for the DAB.
The DAB after.
Correct.
I'm just gonna be at the party, okay? I'm gonna find out when I get
follow
there
the crowd.
who's sponsoring it. I'm gonna be there at the party. So the YP one is the the rock, paper, scissors. Is that right?
Correct. Ready?
Yeah, you want to do best of three.
Best of three.
Don buys me a drink either way.
Got it.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, got him too. Man, I'm aces, baby. I'm going deep in the tournament.
I'm not going to the party tonight.
Sounds good. He knows I drink Cristal. Thank you, Don. Take care. It's good to see you.
Ben,
all right,
love
everybody,
you.
stay
Thank
tuned.
you.
We got one more here. We got Ken Cohen in the back here. Let's bring Ken out and see what happens here. Look, we're making stuff happen on the fly over here. We're going digital. We're going virtual. And I'm still here. I'm still live here, Don. Here, hold on a second. Here we go. Look at Tony Wass saying that's one more win than I have. That's awesome. Hit that like button. Let us know what your strategy is for rock, paper, scissors. Is it water balloon? Is it Joey Tribbiani? What is it? What's going to win out there here? We're going to bring Ken Cohen in here and do another interview with him. Ken, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I love it. So first of all, a couple of points of clarification. Where is the match? It's match, rock, paper, scissor.
Match, rock, paper, scissor?
That's right. That's the secret weapon.
Match. Okay, so match beats paper.
Match lights paper. Match strikes the rock. Unfortunately, the scissors cut the match.
The scissor cuts the match. Okay. So it strikes the rock. Match, paper, scissors. Wait, there's a rock. Match, rock, paper, scissors. Match.
Yeah, or you could just say match, paper, scissor. Right.
And so which finger represents the match, Ken?
The index finger.
Index. Okay, that's important to outline that.
You have the pulse on everything. That finger.
Ken Cohen, everybody from JK Moving. Ken, it is so good to see you here. Let me ask you, Ken.
Well, before you do that, I do want to thank you. This is the nicest green room I've ever been. You know, I've done a ton of these, and you went above and beyond, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No expense was spared for you, Ken. I want to ask you, Ken. I'm really impressed. You know, when I look at you and your career, I'm really impressed at kind of the innovation that the innovative take you've taken on moving and sales. And, you know, specifically, you kind of started out in this business, it seems like really on a COD angle. And COD sales is one of the hardest things to master, in my opinion. I mean, it's easy to come out here, buy a couple drinks and land a corporate account. But COD sales, I mean, that's where it's at. And could be the future for a lot of moving companies as we look at a post-GHC industry. So I'd love for you to share just a few things about kind of your career in that regard.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you. I think that when you have a high quality product or service to deliver, it's not difficult to sell. And since it's just you and I get way too much credit on the sales side. The hardest working folks we have are our crew base. These folks who are, 99% on time pickup, 98% on time delivery, what they do over the road, in the home. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
My job, sir, is just getting the privilege of representing the excellent service delivery and feel that through innovation, JK Moving, the largest independent mover in North America, just celebrating our 40-year anniversary.
Wow. Congratulations.
And I had the privilege of being in the dunk tank, was able to raise $2,000 for JK Community Farm. I can't imagine why anybody would want to dunk me, but that's a whole separate story. But what we've done over the last 3 years with our platform is just catch up the front end to the back end service delivery. So our sales, customer care, we implemented some tools, and COVID really helped push these through the process because we had no choice. And so we have been working with Yambo on our virtual survey, smart consult, in-home estimates, the only AI technology that allows you to do all three. And we have a 4.53% variance from our actual. We have partnered with TalkDesk as our telephony platform, where we started with 7 agents. We now have 141 people in 3 continents. You want to talk about diversifying your sales team. And we're able to do this with tools. Observe AI provides analytical software. Every single call is infused live into analytical software to make sure we are managing the customer experience, to make sure we're talking about packing and valuation and all the gotchas that many companies don't take the time to explain.
Wow.
So we've strung together with some amazing people at our partners, the development team at JK Moving, and be able to rethink possible. That's allowed us to really meet the customer where they want to be. We believe an in-home estimate is the best way for our team to connect with folks. However, not every customer wants an in-home invasion. So we have some other tools to do it. We believe talking with customers on the phone is a great way to build rapport. However, some customers want to operate strictly through a chat, self-survey.
Oh yeah, more than ever, probably.
Sorry, are you supposed to get a speaking part here? But wait a second.
No, I was just saying more than ever, right? I mean, more than ever do we find people who want to engage primarily via text or chat.
Yeah. And with the tools we have, with a podium chat on our website, a self-survey through Yembo, our mobile app where only a $250 deposit, the lowest in the industry, where someone can do all this without having to talk to somebody. However, if we have questions, we can reach out. But today, the customer experience. So we talked about COD. I agree with you. You know, it is difficult because customers have so many options, and not all of them fly the same flag of transparency and credibility like many of the movers.
Sorry, Kent. Hold on a second. I got Simi Matthews here. She's chiming in here from Saudi Arabia. Hi, Simi. Simi's been on Love and Relo here. We have a lot of pop-ins. Just you got to turn around, look at the camera. No, don't come over here. Don't come over because I'm on an interview right now. But turn around, look at the camera. There you go. There's Simi. Hey, Simi.
So nice to see you again.
It's good to see you. Look at that. And Ken Cohen's on here. He says hello as well. Yeah. She says hi.
That's great.
All right, Simi, I'm gonna catch up with you. Okay. All right. Sorry, Ken. Ken. What I'm loving though is you have a full tech stack here. And I think that any moving company that's listening to what you just rattled off, I hope they're listening. I hope this is recorded. I hope they go back and play this because I heard podium. I heard you got AI in the call scripting for the guidelines to make sure that you're hitting all your guidelines. Ken, you may not know this about me, but I actually ran call centers in the moving industry for years. And I know all about guidelines. I know all about quality reviews of calls. I know all about making sure those critical to quality kind of elements are hit and what that can do for the overall service delivery. So when you're telling me these things, like I'm getting excited, light bulbs are going off for me. So I know how important that is to the customer experience because if you disclose everything on the front part of the call, you're going to have a great customer experience. And if for some reason something doesn't go right or whatever, or the customer didn't listen, which happens, let's be honest, you've protected yourself too operationally. So it really goes both ways.
Yeah, and Ben, those are some great points, and again.
Thank you, Ken. I really tried.
Well, that's what they told me to say. 10 minutes in, make sure you're not only good looking and powerful, Ben. Thank you. Man. So, but you're spot on, and when you have the ability to communicate clearly and effectively with a customer. So with our Talk Desk platform and artificial intelligence in the background, our omni-channel, the customer's talking about valuation pops up. We could send them the information on it, our 1-minute video. Valuation is so important, and customers don't understand what that means, right? And people want to save money. I say, good, you're going to need it for the damages that you're going to have to cover on your self-pack boxes, because unless you're a professional box packer, something is going to break and has nothing to do with the movers. How many times customers go get the Home Depot boxes, which is great if you're getting fired from your office to put your pictures in the backseat of the car, or better yet, go to the grocery to get the wet boxes from the produce, right? Stack them on non-stackable boxes, go 3 miles or 3,000, open the door of the truck and say, look what you did to my stuff. No, Mr. Customer, look what you did to your stuff. Our job as professional. When I bring my car to the dealership, they don't ask me what needs to be. They tell me, right? We have to continue to be those professionals, and the tools. 282,000 calls answered and made last month at a 95.3% answer rate. Our average hold time is 28 seconds, and we have to do better. This is what customers want on the front end. We give it on the back end. TalkDesk, Yembo, Pipes AI, lead to call automation. Within 30 seconds, when someone fills out a lead, they're getting a text message and a phone call automatically connecting with my agents.
That's huge.
Provide the service that people are expecting in all the industries, and stop saying moving's different. We are, but it's still service to the customer.
Well, moving's different, but our customers' expectations aren't. And that's, ultimately how we're going to be judged.
Yeah, especially when it's happening at a stressful time, along with moving as a stressful time, right? We all know this. That's nothing new. We just have to make it a little bit easier for them.
And we could say moving's different, and we can come up with all these rationales and limiting beliefs about why we can't call somebody in 30 seconds or whatever, or use a full stack attack like every other home services industry does. But at the end of the day, your competition's going to do it. So either you do it and figure it out, or you're going to lose. And it's like, so either way, we have to be responsible for the results there, right? So I love what you're saying. I think it's a wake-up call for our industry that we can't rely on our van line, or we can't rely on some network that we're a part of. Heck, we can't even rely on RMCs to feed us business, or the U.S. military to continue doing business the way it's always been done. We have to take responsibility for our own lead generation, our own sales pipeline, and our own, customer interactions and service delivery. I believe that wholeheartedly, and it's one of the reasons why I love the International Association of Movers. Is a ton of independence, and none bigger or better than JK Moving.
And thank you, Ben. And what's really interesting, I think about some leaders in other industries. I think about Polaroid, and I think about Xerox, and I think about Two Guys Department Store.
Man, you're really triggering me right now with the Polaroids, man. I mean, you remember how much that film cost, but it was done right away.
It was done right away, but where are they, right? If they're not
nowhere.
Changing with the innovation.
Nowhere. And now I got 10K over here, and it's yeah.
And what's really exciting for us at JK, because of our relationship with other movers in the industry, that front end that we're actually handling leads for other moving companies and booking it and giving them the right of first refusal, and creating relationships with other independents who don't know the roadmap to the tech. They want to deliver and they have the drivers, but they don't want to get into everything I just described. We're partnering with them. So that's a wonderful thing about what Chuck Kuhn and David Cox, as the president, have done. Collaboration, right? Collaboration, innovation, together we succeed is a core value at JK. And we believe having like-minded moving partners in our network and the network of Caprillo, and doing the work we do to help them be more successful. Let's keep the bad, the less than transparent providers out of the game. Well, and the way that we do that is by aggressively serving our customers, right? And if we aggressively serve our customers and protect our share and perform and exceed expectations, we will take the oxygen out of the room for them, But I think we've been too complacent for too long. Ken, this has been amazing. Ken, I actually see a VIP here I want to bring in here real quick here. Come on in over here. We've got Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson, one of my good friends over here. Ken,
what's up, brother?
Look at you, Andrew. It's so good to see you. Andrew, here, this is the mic right here. Andrew, we're just talking a little bit we're talking to Ken Cohen here from JK Moving and Storage.
Okay.
We've got Andrew Jackson here from Warner Brothers Discovery. Andrew, tell people a little bit about yourself and your role at Warner Brothers.
Well, great. Thank you, Ben. This is very impromptu.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Andrew Jackson. And
love this guy, one of the best guys in the business.
I'm the Global Mobility and Relocation Manager at Warner Brothers Discovery, which is AKA Turner Broadcasting Systems, Warner Media, Warner Brothers, all of the above. So, and of course, I've been with the company now for almost 16 years. So.
And why is it important for you to be here at the IAM conference representing your company and all the global mobility and moves that y'all do?
Yeah, so actually, as I was just walking around the venue here and seeing all the moving companies that are represented here today.
110 countries.
I'm amazed. I
Isn't
had no
it
idea.
Unreal?
I had no
This
idea.
is the biggest conference in moving and relocation in the world.
Absolutely.
And it's in Atlanta, and you are at the hub of it.
Absolutely. So yeah, so it's important to me just to see what's out there and to find out even what the challenges are around the world, and then to see what we as corporate sponsors and corporate services can even offer to the moving company and the service industry. So,
we would love you to offer us something. I'll tell you what, we need it, right?
Absolutely.
Ken, don't you think so? We need some help here, don't we?
There you go.
This is great. And Andrew, you want to give us a real quick taste, a real quick flavor of what you're going to be speaking about here?
Yeah. So tomorrow, I'm actually going to be on a panel with some of my Metro Atlanta Relocation Council partners. And of course, we're going to be looking into the future and seeing what the future holds for not only the moving industry, but even our RMCs and even on the corporate side. What if we had a crystal ball in front of us, what do we think that crystal ball would look like in the next 5-10 years? So that's just a taste of what we'll be talking about tomorrow.
I can't wait. I'm so blessed and honored to have you here with me here at the IAM 360 booth, but also having you here at this conference and being able to share the amazing person that you are, but also insights that you have that I've benefited for so many years knowing you, and now bringing that here to kind of the main stage so everybody gets to benefit from it. I mean, the IAM conference has been the best conference for moving and relocation in the world for many years, in my opinion. But I think we're continuing to take it to the next level.
That's it.
And you are a huge part of that. And I just can't thank you enough, man.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for having me, man.
Always a pleasure and a blessing.
You know it.
You, Andrew.
All right. Take care.
See you soon. Man.
All right, buddy.
Take care. Talk to you soon. Thank you, Ken, for being patient there. I just had to say hi to my good friend, Andrew. Great man, great person in our industry. And just can't wait to bring that to everyone.
Yeah, so Ben, that was awesome to hear and see Andrew. What a leader in the industry. And you know what's amazing? I learned more about Andrew in 36 seconds, not just by listening to him, but one of the tools we use is called Umantic AI. It pulls out all of the information of a person within 30 seconds, so you understand how to talk to a buyer. And it's buyer's intelligence. It's like a predictive index without a test. It tells you all about that person. I learned more about Andrew while you were interviewing him with my tool that I would know how to send him an email.
Wow. So how does that tool work? So we just had a conversation. Can it actually, like, how do you engage it?
Sure. So first of all, can you keep a secret?
Sure. Nobody's watching this.
All right. I'll tell you later. So listen, it's awesome. It uses, there's so many different ways to do it. What we have it attached to our LinkedIn profile. So when our agents are looking up a customer, they'll get the whole profile, and it gives you, what I'm going to do, Ben, I'll send you an email. I'll send you an email on your profile. But
love it.
It's also,
I want to know how you talk to me, Ken. Okay. And I think, honestly, I'd like you to share this with my family because I'd like them to know how to talk to me, frankly, okay?
Just interrupting as much as possible. That's clearly how I'm talking to you, sir.
Yeah, no, they got that part, but I'm thinking some of the softer skills, perhaps, you know?
You know, it's funny. In 1984, I had a New Year's resolution not to interrupt people when they're talking. You can see how well that's gone. I'm still
you know what? Whatever. Ken, this has been great. I've so thoroughly enjoyed this. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm going to look forward to that email. This is just one of the many amazing conversations that we're having here live at the IAM 360 in Atlanta at the IAM conference here in the hub. We've actually got Tim Quirk coming up right now. If he doesn't get dragged away into another 1 hour Bloody Mary session, we've actually got Tim Quirk coming on here. Ken, I'm going to have to let you go. It was great talking to you, Ken. Stay tuned, everybody. Hit that like button. Tim's coming on. Come on over, Tim. Take care, Ken. See you later.
Thank you, Ben. Remember the match. Match, paper, scissors.
Match, paper, scissor. Sounds good. Hey, I learned something new, Tim.
Yeah, what's that?
I learned that there's actually a fourth thing that you can play in rock, paper, scissors. Not the flute, not the jazz flute.
Thought it was fire.
But the match. Match, yeah. Oh, you do like that?
Fire. I don't know.
Yeah, the match.
What's that?
Still on. The match here.
Testes?
Yeah, so you can do the match.
Oh.
I think it's this finger. I don't know.
It might be. Well, they don't have it on the.
They don't. They don't give you a match.
No.
So you got a whole list. Do I have a list like that?
That's the like entrance.
That's
to
my
it.
entries pass.
Yeah.
It looks like you have a lot more stuff than I have.
Oh, it's just tickets and stuff. I just put them in there because I haven't been up to my room.
Nice.
Tickets
All
to the
right.
after party.
All right, well, let's get in here. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We are live here at the IAM 360 in the middle of the hub where it all goes down at IAM in Atlanta 2022. And I'm so proud, blessed, and honored to be here with my very good friend, Tim Quirk. Tim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How's everybody out there?
Oh, man, they're out there. That's
Fantastic.
what they are. Tim, man, you've been all over. I've been watching you as I'm doing this, and you're running this way, running that way. Where are you going? What are you up to this morning?
Well, I'm really getting a visual of where the booths are so that I know when I have my time scheduled to meet with vendors, I can make a very efficient plan.
Nice. So you're mapping out mental map in the mind palace of Tim Quirk of where all the booths are. You got some big meetings today?
I do. They've already started.
They've already started. Is this one of them?
This is one of them. One of the big meetings.
May they be ever more successful, sir.
Hopefully.
What's your main goal here at the IAM conference? Why is it important for you and Rhode to be here sponsoring in such a big way?
Well, it's kind of twofold. The obvious one is to network and generate possible future business. The second one, though, is just to support IAM. As long as I've been in this industry, IAM has been there to help us and speak as one unified voice on the Hill with lawsuits if needed. So that's, and the RPP.
IAM will testify at a lawsuit for you. That's what I'm hearing from Tim. Is that true?
That's what I've been told. It's never, I've never
come to that thing.
Never come to that for me, but I've been told that.
I feel like we might have met at an IAM conference many moons ago.
It was either an IAM conference or a personal property forum.
A hot wash
in Scott Air Force Base area.
Oh, man. I'm going to miss those hot washes. You think we're still getting hot washes now with the GHC?
Probably just a cold shower.
Well played, sir. Well played. We got people coming in. Hit that like button. If you got comments, questions, if you want to know about matches being used or cold showers. Danny Herskowitz says, hey, Ben and Tim, my kids don't count the match as a legitimate tool to use in rock, paper, scissors. I've tried. Looks like a great conference.
That's kind of old school, Danny. It's kind of old school. I think you need to talk to your kids about, expanding the opportunities.
I think we need to be progressive. We need to be inclusive. And if someone goes match, I mean, who are we to say that's not legitimate?
I mean, I think there should also be like earthquake, and maybe like tornado. I think there should be a lot.
I feel like earthquake, you just kick them right in the shins and be like, see? See?
It's automatic win.
See? Win. W. Moving on. Tim, Rhode, for people that don't know, tell us just a little bit about your company.
So Rhode was started with the goal of solving the driver shortage in the household goods moving industry.
Love it. It's been an issue for a long time.
Yeah. And we are a full service freight brokerage by definition. So we can move any freight, whether that be household goods, general commodities, anywhere in North America.
Yeah. So is it just lift fans?
No, we also do loose loaded padded furniture as well.
Wow.
We do.
So you really are solving the driver shortage.
That's our goal. We're doing the best that we can at it. And each year so far, we've done a little bit more.
So since you've been in business, have you noticed any changes in your clients' behavior? what they're looking for, how they do business?
Yeah, I think they are more willing to work with us than they were in the past because they didn't believe we could do what we said we were going to do.
Wow,
Or
yeah.
what we set out
right,
to
'cause,
do.
I mean, you got a problem that's 2 decades old that you're trying to solve, and people are probably like, "Yeah, I believe when I see it."
Yeah,
and then you got to show them.
and then
Like, see, you kick them right in the leg. See,
yeah, you give them the old earthquake.
earthquake. See,
When
this is great, man. The IAM conference is such a unique vibe. You know, I go to a lot of conferences, but this is the biggest conference that I go to. I mean, the biggest conference for mobility, relocation, moving in the world. It is the most international conference. Like, I just want to start stopping people asking what country they're from. Like, literally,
110 different countries.
I'm looking at everybody's not from here. Everybody's
Yeah.
not from the United States.
Yeah.
Like, so 110 countries. It's incredible. Like, where's Jose from? I don't
Jose,
know.
what country are you from?
Where are you guys from? Spain,
See, look at
España.
this. España.
Nice. Everybody here from España. I was in Sevilla a few months ago. Yeah. Where are you from, sir? Germany.
Look
You
at
got
this.
Volker here. Who won? Germany versus Spain is a soccer fight about to break out here. Look
Yeah.
at this.
Brazil will beat both of you.
Brazil don't care. She's over here socializing. She's partying. The Brazilians
Oh, I
don't care.
forgot about that, Brazil.
Mario, you want to buy me a car?
Oh, yeah. I'll take a car. That's fine. Mario.
People are just
Thank
asking
you,
me,
Mario.
is
I'll
it a
take the
Tesla?
car.
Is it a
That's
big?
fine.
I want the big Tesla. I don't want the little Tesla. Hey, Mario, it's good to see you, buddy. This is amazing. I mean, look, now they're over here in our space.
Yeah, look at this. Now
That's
we
cool.
got a whole football or
Yeah.
soccer.
Who's
the
like,
right
who
way
would
to call
win
it.
as he like pulls out a knife?
Yeah.
Who would win? That's great. I mean, this is a fun game. Where are you from? It's a fun game.
I was talking to my younger brother about this conference. I told him, that 17, 1,800 attendees from 110 different countries. He didn't believe it.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Or maybe like one person from that. Like, we
Right.
just got 4 Spaniards right here.
Yeah.
Like, maybe, there's one. There's like
people from Germany are Spaniards too?
No, they're Germans.
Oh, okay, good.
No, well,
I
there's
just think-
one of them wandered off.
Yeah, okay, very good.
It's
And look at
dangerously
this.
close to.
If the camera was
Siesta.
showing you, first they met, then
And now they're
then they
trading
spoke
business
about
cards.
football, and
Right.
now they're exchanging business
No,
cards.
they disagreed about football.
That's right, they
and they're
disagreed
still
about
changing
football.
cards here. Oh. Oh, they agreed to
See?
wish each other
They
the most
agreed to wish
success.
each other good luck.
Oh, now he's taking book.
Oh,
over
now
here,
he's
Volker.
going. Now he's going
Listen,
World
Volker,
Cup.
now
He's
that's
trying to
illegal.
go World Cup on us right
Coming
here.
over, he's taking book. He's saying, "Who's going to bet on the?"
No
US? He said,
betting.
Put
No
your money
betting.
where your mouth is. Who's betting on the U.S. World Cup, man? No, we.
Well, we
We don't-
try not to do
I'll
that.
bet. What are the odds? What are the odds? What, you giving us odds here? 100 to 1. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. We got. Hold on. We got. You got to do that. Over.
Tell that joke. Here.
Okay. Oh, you didn't
might have
want to
been-
do the joke.
There might have been an expletive in there. Yeah,
You
we can't be good at everything.
No.
Yes, I'm incredibly good looking, but not athletic. Exactly, right? Oh, we're still talking about
American
football.
football. No,
We're still
he
talking about
just
football.
went American football. on you
Oh,
there.
American football. You call it what?
Egg ball.
Egg ball.
Egg ball.
So in Germany they call it egg ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Egg ball. You're in the shot a little much, Volker. You're in the shot of the camera. It's good though. No, this is good. Take care, Volker.
Good
It's
job.
to see
Nice
you,
talking
man.
to you.
Take care.
That's the IAM conference.
That's
right
I am right there. I just learned egg ball. I just
Egg
learned
ball.
we're calling it wrong.
Yeah, you don't call it football when you play with your hands. I said, you know what? We've just gone somewhere we shouldn't go.
You know what? I think the Germans are very logical.
They are.
Great
Great sense
system.
of humor.
Great.
If we're going to start getting
Should we profile
stereotypes.
people? Should we the Germans?
Oh, they've got a great sense of humor, those guys.
Well,
and
it's
girls.
funny about the IAM conference too is that no matter what time of day it is, you can find somebody to drink with.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who the morning drinkers are, but there's like the noon drinkers. There's the afternoon siesta folks. There's the late night, and then there's the uber late night.
Yeah.
The morning might be the Americans, might be the Bloody Mary bar folks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's interesting. There's
I
no
didn't
shortage
see.
of
I
networking.
kind of was watching to see who would be over there, and I didn't see too much action at the 5 o'clock somewhere bar.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
5 o'clock yet, I guess. Yeah, final parting words you want to leave us, leave our folks with here?
I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to be on the podcast here, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of the IAM conference has in store.
Can't wait. It's gonna be great. Thanks, Tim. It's great seeing you. Can't
Thanks,
wait to
Ben.
hang out later.
All right, sounds good.
Take care, everybody. We will see you soon. We've actually got Mark Gray coming up here in a minute talking about talent in the moving industry.